obviously, when you talk about Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, especially today on May 7th, 2021, you no doubt hear about the drama. There is so much he said, she said, Aaron Rodgers this, the Green Bay Packers are inept about that. You then hear about Adam Schefter, who the day of the NFL draft decides to drop a bombshell saying Aaron Rodgers basically wants out of Green Bay. That's what he said. That he, breaking Aaron Rodgers, wants out of Green Bay. This is the biggest story on draft day. Clever, Mr. Schefter. So for weeks, we heard about, and I mean, sports media echoed each other so much. It was just, is this repairable? I don't think it is. The Packers have treated Rodgers like crap, and Rodgers had an MVP year. They drafted Jordan Love. That's when this all started. Blah, blah, blah. Then Adam Schefter goes on the Dan Patrick Show and says, quotes, I'm paraphrasing here, it was an accumulation of things. There was no big news or big breakthrough on that Thursday, the day of the draft. It was an accumulation of things and me observing things happening. So I felt like this was the time to do it, and it just happened to be draft day. You know what was frustrating about that thing? Is that Adam Schefter has led us to believe that when he has news, he'll break it for us. Apparently, he breaks it on his own time, and sometimes there's nothing really new about it. He just observed what everybody else has. Aaron Rodgers might be a little upset with the Packers. Really? As an aspiring journalist myself and a person who at one time admired reporters and insiders, what the heck is Adam Schefter doing? It paints a bad light on Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, so no matter whose side you're on, you think the other side is absolutely stupid and inept and they're all drama-filled. But then when you look at what Adam Schefter actually did, it's his fault the firestorm started. Is it his fault the situation is like it is? No. But Adam Schefter has been playing us the entire time. Now, I'm not saying that he doesn't break news when it happens sometimes, like with free agency or trades. But this notion that the day of the draft, Aaron Rodgers wants out, that's a narrative by the media. You will never hear Adam Schefter talking about Tom Brady like that and an attempt to steal an important day in sports. It's only Aaron Rodgers. The media has certain narratives with people they like and dislike. I don't know what Adam Schefter has against Aaron Rodgers, but if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm absolutely pissed off. In fact, I'm more pissed off at Schefter, who's creating an even bigger rift, than I am pissed off with the Packers. I'm also a bigger picture kind of guy, and I believe that reporters and insiders help sell the narrative. They help, they help sell the game. Like, literally half of sports fans' lives, or a good 75% of it, is us watching a game, but then later on talking about what happened and breaking down everything else. That's why ESPN has been so monumental to sports. That's why these guys get paid millions of dollars. Not because they're good at playing football or basketball or hockey, but because we are sold these stories, and we, the fans, pay the teams, pay for the tickets, pay the advertisers, who then in turn pay the people that's worth. No, they don't get paid $50 million a year to throw a football if nobody watches them. They pay because we watch. And 75% of the time, the storylines are what makes us want to watch. Like Tom Brady. Can he lead the Buccaneers? Can he take the team? Is he a leader? Aaron Rodgers in the NFC Championship game. Is he a diva? Can he finally break through his window? Those are all stories that were fed. Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback. But according to a lot of media people, he is he's not very clutch, which, by the way, the clutch gene does not exist. It's called anxiety, by the way. So Aaron Rodgers is not clutch. Aaron Rodgers is a diva. He's not a good teammate. He wants out with like coaches and GMs. He pushes these people out. And they run with the stuff. Now, Tom Brady's a model citizen. Tom Brady can throw temper tantrums. Tom Brady can cuss people out. Tom Brady can push his way out of New England and leave the Patriots hanging after he realizes the roster kind of sucks and he has to have a better roster in order to win. Media doesn't tell you all the other stuff behind the scenes that Tom Brady does. There's a reason why there's an inside joke that Tom Brady kisses his kids on the lips. Because the media doesn't want to talk about it. If that was Aaron Rodgers, I'm not saying these people would do that, but they might actually make jokes about that. They don't because it's Tom Brady. This whole narrative thing and this whole story thing, I get it. We fans have to buy into it and stuff like that. But I was pissed off at Adam Schefter. As a person who respects the hustle of journalists and how hard I've tried just to stay afloat on 12-ounce sports. I love 12-ounce sports. Don't get me wrong. I love Zingo TV. MyBookie.ag is a great thing if you're a sports bettor. Promo code 12-ounce sports. That's 12OZ Sports, all caps, no spaces. It's good to have Reebok aboard. It's good to have 12-ounce Sports Network, 12-ounce Sports radio.com/Amazon, where the hyperlink takes you straight to Amazon, gives guys like me an opportunity. It's hard to say all that. It's hard to grind on this show. It's one of the reasons why I have not had an official live show since practically the Super Bowl. Because I get tired and exhausted. It's hard. So when Adam Schefter just sits back on draft day and says, you know what? There's been things happening and I've heard a lot of things. Sips wine, smokes cigar. Sure, let's do it. Like what? That just seems like so stupid. This hustle of learning information is a lie, according to Adam Schefter. Breaking news? No. More like Adam Schefter heard somebody who said this about this and it's happened over a few months. That's crap. I lost a boatload of respect for Adam Schefter for doing that. He has paid millions of dollars at ESPN. If it's not millions, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars to break stories and sell NFL. That were there sold it all right. It also creates animosity between fans. There are numerous battles on Twitter and Facebook, all across social media, and even in person, about why Aaron Rodgers sucks or why Aaron Rodgers is a GOAT. And just everything, like people would personally attack each other because something Adam Schefter said. They draw conclusions and trust Adam Schefter. And it was just a accumulation of events. It really wasn't the Packers saying he wants out. It wasn't Aaron Rodgers saying he wants out. I think he might want out. That does not mean Aaron Rodgers wants out. That means you think he might be a little bit pissed off and he might want to move to a new team. That does not mean Aaron Rodgers will force his way out of training camp. Doesn't mean he'll pull a James Harden and act fat. That does not mean that. It means Adam Schefter thinks things might be boiling over. That's not hustle. That's not journalism. That's media hype. It's him selling a brand more than he cares about his actual profession. This is one of the people have asked me. I've been asked this actually before by not just one person, but quite 5 or 6 people have asked me. At 12 Sports, obviously we're not getting paid technically, regularly at least. People have asked me, if let's say ESPN or Fox offers you a job, will you take it? I say no. People ask me why. I just don't want to sell people on something that I don't believe in. His wording is breaking. Aaron Rodgers wants out of Green Bay. Really? I don't respect that. I respect selling a narrative and helping a story out. I love that fans can interact with each other and get in debates if they're not stupid and insulting to personal stuff. But I lose all respect for you when your paycheck is bigger than what you believe in. Because that's what that was. Now, as for the football side of it, so I've gathered information. Well, not gathered information. I've looked at stuff. I've looked at numerous players talk and numerous experts talk. I've drawn my own conclusion about this. Okay, AJ Hawk, and I recently started watching the Pat McAfee show pretty big at the beginning of this year, really, and kind of late last year. I'm a Colts fan. I always liked Pat McAfee. I thought he was pretty cool, especially for a punter. I knew he had a show, but Pat McAfee is an awesome show that never fails to make me laugh every single day. Every day, just flat out, it's funny. But it's also real talk sometimes. Not only has the Pat McAfee show had Aaron Rodgers on, and he was awesome, but AJ Hawk, who's a former teammate and actually hangs out with Aaron Rodgers and texts him regularly, he didn't really say too much, but him and James Jones both said it's an accumulation of events. They will not point to Jordan Love being drafted. Why? You think that pissed off Aaron Rodgers? How about those tons of bad defenses he had? We had to carry a team, but we had weapons. Well, when your weapons are not being supported by an offensive line, and when the defense is getting 7 points the other direction, you have little to no room for error. Buccaneers, Tom Brady threw 3 interceptions and won a championship game. Are you kidding me? Man threw the ball 75 yards in the air and won a Super Bowl. Are you kidding me? Aaron Rodgers sees that stuff and is like, dang, man, can I get some help over here? Football's 11 on 11. It's not Aaron Rodgers versus the Buccaneers. So this notion that Aaron Rodgers suddenly was like, oh, Jordan Love, how dare. That's not what bowled him over. Things happen. Aaron Rodgers is professional. He is obviously a football player. He's a quarterback. He knows how the business works. So it's not just so Jordan Love's drafted, well, screw you guys. No. See how dumb that sounds? Like, you're sitting here all happy and dandy, but when Jordan Love's drafted, that's it. Come on. I feel like people slurp up media. And I get it, like I said, it sells the stories. It makes for entertainment. And I get it too, because I love watching Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Even if I don't agree with some of the things he say, or a lot of the things he say, I think it's funny, it's good entertainment, it creates for a story in my mind. I have this little story in my mind and going into a game, and I love when it gets played out or when something happens. Now, the Clippers, they blew a 3-1, that was insane. That's not insane if nobody's talking about it beforehand. They were saying how LeBron is washed and how Clippers run LA now. I mean, it was just the cool stories. So I liked it. My point with saying that is that I like the media sometimes, but you don't have to not draw your own conclusions. There's so many times where it seems like I look stupid because I have my own conclusions. Like, sports are up for opinion. I don't want to hear, well, NFL Hall of Famer Randy Moss said that, Tom Brady's awesome at throwing the football. Okay? That's Randy's opinion. Did he play with Tom Brady? Yes, he did. Did he have an exceptional year where he almost won the whole thing? Yes, he did. Does that mean I have to believe him? No, it does not. At all. See, this whole thing really, Adam Schefter really boiled this over for me, so he's my Jordan Love. I cannot stand when people do not draw their own conclusions. They will lead to something Adam Schefter said, and they get mad at Adam Schefter because they believed it. I'm mad at Adam Schefter too, but it's also your fault for slurping it up because you heard it. Well, Adam Schefter heard this, and so that means it's true. No, it does not mean it's true at all. Is Adam Schefter a very good insider? Last time I checked, yeah, he's pretty accurate. He has a lot of plugs and a lot of sources. I get it. But this right here makes you want to question quite a bit of the things that he does. You can form, sports are for opinions. That's what makes them great. And Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion, honestly, is pissed off finally. It started somewhere. I don't know where it started. But it's finally. I think he's going to stay with the Packers. I never thought otherwise. Would it be cool if he went to another team? Sure. But let's be clear. There's a guy named Barry McCockert on Twitter. Sports Talk Joe is another name for me. That's what he used to be called. You guys have heard of him. He's the Tom Brady guy. Well, he's a guy who doesn't. He despises Tom Brady. But he said on a podcast recently that where does Aaron Rodgers have to go? Like the Broncos, what do they got to do? You got Jerry Jeudy, but you have to build that whole thing up again. Vic Fangio has a great defensive mind. Doesn't mean your offense can be good. I actually like Melvin Gordon over there. I like Philip Lindsay. But that team's not guaranteed. Where would he go? Where would Aaron Rodgers go that guarantees him a better situation than in Green Bay this year? The answer is nowhere. That's just how it is. I feel like Aaron Rodgers is too tied into Green Bay right now. When he's a free agent, yeah, I think he bounces. But I just feel like the Packers could run it back. I feel like Packers were very capable of beating the Buccaneers. And I have some stats for you guys. Woo! Let's pull this out. It's actually on my pinned tweet, MKADHD on Twitter. Follow me for all my personal opinions, or you can also follow 12ounce_Mike. That's 12OZ, the underneath thing, MIKE. That's my show page if you don't want to hear all the extra crap like this right here. Here's some ugly stats for some 2020 Tom Brady supporters per Pro Football Reference. This is not PFF's own little grading. This is not, First Take or Undisputed. This is Pro Football Reference stats, okay? Tom Brady had 122 bad throws. Now, that is 20.6% of his passes. He threw the ball like crap. For reference, Daniel Jones was a 17.5%. Sam Darnold was around 18%. Tua Tagovailoa was at 18.8%. And Mitchell Trubisky is at 18.1%. He had 20.5% of his throws were bad. Means they missed the target. It doesn't matter if Mike Evans made a great play. Or Rob Gronkowski was super tall. That means he threw the ball like crap. I mean, he was way out of the window for the pass. Okay? Now, there's also a thing that relates to this. It's called on-target percentage. So of these players, Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, Tua Tagovailoa, and Mitchell Trubisky, in other words, 4 people that people really cannot stand and think they suck, only Sam Darnold had a worse on-target percentage. Which means Daniel Jones, Tua, and Trubisky all had less bad throws and were more accurate with the football. Really? Now, for those of you who are saying, well, that's just a random stat. Well, okay. On target percentage, Tom Brady, 73.9% of his passes. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Compare that with guys that are universally recognized as pretty good. Aaron Rodgers is at 81. Patrick Mahomes is 76.9, a full 3% higher. Josh Allen is at 79. Josh Allen, who just got good last year finally at throwing the football like really good, was like 5.5 points higher than Tom Brady. 5.5% higher than Tom Brady being accurate. Deshaun Watson was 80.3%. That means the Buccaneers could have lost, and they should have lost. But I go back to Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. That's me. The Packers can run it back and I think win the whole thing next year. Will they? I don't know. Injuries and all kind of stuff could happen. But Aaron Rodgers is going to be just fine this year. Will he win MVP again? That would be an incredible story. So I did that. I think Packers are going to look very good this year. I really do. I think the Packers have done dumb stuff by not drafting wide receivers since like 2004 in the first round, which is insane. Like, you can find these sleepers, like Antonio Brown was a 6th round pick. That's really cool. But those will grow on trees. Now, like I said before, I believe Aaron Rodgers bounces when he hits free agency. That's fine. But is he going to bully his way out and will... No. Now, what Adam Schefter said. No matter what the Packers claim, no matter what Packers fans claim, no matter what Tom Brady supporters claim is either. Aaron Rodgers will be a Packer next year, and I don't see him playing stupid about it. This was brought to you by Tidewee. See you guys next time. Wednesdays, 12:30 to 1 Eastern. That's 12:30 in the afternoon to 1 Eastern on 12 Ounce Sports.